What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion on who the 5 best SHAREFACTORY editors are. Now this is a very obvious statement to make, but these are just my opinions, so please don't feel offended or unrecognized if I don't choose you and you feel like that you deserve to be on this list. I can only go from my opinion of the SHAREFACTORY editors that I've seen, so like I said, if I do miss you then don't take it offensively, I just haven't noticed you yet. And just before this video starts, I'm not going to go on and on and on about it, but if you could just check that you're subscribed to the channel, it would mean the world to me. YouTube can randomly unsubscribe you from channels as well, so if you feel like you are subscribed, please double check just in case YouTube have done that. It's annoying and it does mess around with a lot of YouTubers, so yeah, if you could just check, that would mean the world to me. Make sure to turn notifications on as well so you never miss a video, and yeah, let's just get on with, well, the video. Now in 5th place we have a YouTuber named Kears. He's actually quite familiar on my channel. He's been a good friend of mine for the last 2 years, so I know people are going to assume that I'm just being biased just purely because he's my friend, although he was a finalist in my SHAREFACTORY competition that I hosted towards the end of last year, and he didn't win, but still being a finalist out of a good, I don't even know, like 70 to maybe 100 like, you know, competitors, I think that's pretty good. I feel like he has a lot of potential. He uploads mainly like Call of Duty styled content, so when you think about SHAREFACTORY montages you probably think about Fortnite and stuff like that, so you know, YouTubers like Kears can sort of fall under the radar like that, so I guess I'm trying to give him the recognition that I feel like he deserves. So Kears, well done, you are 5th, at least in my opinion, when it comes to best SHAREFACTORY editors. Now in 4th place we have Aries EU, formerly known as Kiriaki. Some of you may even remember the name Beetlejuice. He was also a finalist in my SHAREFACTORY competition. He actually came 2nd behind the guy who I will be putting in 3rd place for this video, so it may have just spoiled 3rd place. If you know, you know. But yeah, Aries he's talented. He really is. I did a duotage with him a couple of months ago. I don't know if you've seen it, but feel free to go and check it out on the channel. It absolutely banged, and I think Aries absolutely smashed it. It was so much better than my part. So you know, it's all good. But listen, yeah, Aries was very talented. He had his own unique style of editing. It was very similar to a few though, so I know that sounds a bit contradicting, but you know, he tried to give it his own sort of twist to it, and I really respect that. It's hard to have your own sort of editing style, at least on SHAREFACTORY anyway, because there's only certain ways you can go. You can either go highlights or the high-end stuff, whereas he tried to blend the two, and I think that's probably the hardest thing to do, if I'm honest. So shout out to Aries. The only reason I'm not putting him ahead of, obviously, 3rd place, 2nd, 1st, I mean, at the end of the day, he didn't win the competition. It was a very difficult decision to make, but I'm going to get on to who won the competition and why they are in 3rd place. Now in 3rd place we have SHXD, otherwise known as Shed, that's how you pronounce the name. He was the winner of my SHAREFACTORY competition, and if I'm not mistaken, he was a finalist in Get Like Jay's competition amongst myself, and I think that's quite a big thing. I mean, I can't remember, I don't know if anyone else has hosted a SHAREFACTORY competition other than me and Jay that have had the sort of like publicities it's had. So to be a finalist in both of them, I think Shed deserves a lot of credit, and that's obviously why I thought I'm making this video, to give him a little bit of recognition, because I feel like he deserves it. His channel is going pretty well right now. He's averaging about 1,000 views a video, you know, and that's very healthy for a channel with 1.1k subs. So massive congrats to Shed. You know, his channel's starting to pick up. People are starting to notice that he is very talented. I believe he entered 12 hours SHAREFACTORY, not SHAREFACTORY, like editing contest. I'll be honest, I'm not sure how far he got, but you never know. With SHAREFACTORY editors sort of being on the rise right now, or they have been on the rise for a good year or so, I feel like he could do well. So massive congrats to Shed, and yeah, keep it up, and I'm sure you'll go far in the future. Now the obvious reason to why Shed made the top 3 over Aries, and that is simply because he won my SHAREFACTORY competition over Aries. And also, I don't think Aries got finalist in Get Like Jay's competition, and I don't even think he got honourable mentions, which I thought was a bit unfair, but it was obviously a lot of contestants, so you know, you can't blame him at the same time. So yeah, that is obviously why Shed makes the top 3 over Aries. Now moving on into 2nd place we have TrillsX. I think the most popular SHAREFACTORY YouTuber over the likes of apart from the likes of Splits rather, although I feel like TrillsX is realistically the #1 SHAREFACTORY editor. I think Splits sort of left the scene quite a while ago, and the reason TrillsX gets 2nd place for me is, one of the reasons is just his consistency. I know that technically doesn't reflect on his editing skill, but to do what he does so consistently is actually very impressive. I get compared to TrillsX quite a lot because we both have a similar editing style. We both sort of go for the highlights, not too intense but not too dull. We try and sort of meet it in the middle, and that's why I get compared to him more than I get compared to the likes of SHXD, for example. And with obviously how successful his channel's been and how recognizable he is, I feel like it was impossible for me not to put him in the top 2. And moving on into the first and final place, I feel like you guys probably know who it is. It is obviously the one and only Get Like Jay. I feel like Get Like Jay is probably the king of SHAREFACTORY right now, if being completely realistic. I think with how successful his channel's been, I think he probably gets the most views out of any other SHAREFACTORY YouTuber, despite not being the most subscribed. And he's obviously taught me a few things. I'm sure I've taught him maybe a couple of things. But yeah, Get Like Jay is mad. You know, he has such a massive fan base, and I don't think that can be competed with right now. You know, I know a lot of people compare me to Get Like Jay. A few of my subscribers, a few of my fans say I'm better than him, and obviously with him having a bigger audience, obviously a few people, you know, say nah, Get Like Jay's better. But on a real, like, I think we just have to accept that Get Like Jay is just a fantastic editor. Whether or not you think he's the best or second best, despite that, he just is insane. So there's really, you know, it's all good. But yeah, if I'm honest, this is probably what you would expect to be the hardest decision to make. But if I'm honest, it's probably the easiest, because I feel like you can't have a top 5 SHAREFACTORY, you know, editing contest without having Get Like Jay in the top 3 at the very least. And obviously with the others taking up the other spots, and I had to compare Jay to TrillsX, and I feel like I just had to put Jay in first, which is obviously, you know, take nothing away from TrillsX. You know, he very easily could have been first on this list and blah blah blah. But for me personally, Jay just had to take the first place spot. Anyways guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Like I said in the intro, if you didn't get picked from this list and you felt like you deserve to, I do apologise. Unfortunately, I'm not aware of every single SHAREFACTORY editor that is on SHAREFACTORY and post montages and stuff. I did get to know a lot of you when I hosted my SHAREFACTORY competition last summer, which is obviously giving me the idea that I want to host another one. Now there is going to be a video, ideally at the start of next week, of me giving all the information in regards to how to enter. I'm still finalising a few things, but right now I'm going to give you a briefing on what I have planned. Hopefully this competition will be bigger and better than the last one I hosted. The last one was very successful. We managed to conclude the tournament, unlike some people. No, I'm joking, Jay, I love you. And yeah, it went really well, and I want to redo that. Hopefully, like I said, it'll be bigger and better. And now that my channel is bigger than it was last summer as well, hopefully I'll be in a position to give the winner more attention and more recognition when clearly they would deserve it, having won the competition. But like I said, a video will be dropping early next week, so make sure you have notifications on so you never miss that. But yeah, until then, I'll speak to you guys then. Take care.